y'all recording?
Yes.
Alright, welcome everyone. I'd like to talk to you today about my business, Tambre's Healthy Foot Spa. I'm going to get the mouse out of the way. What it is a little booth that I rent at a salon, and I provide safe manicures and pedicures for people with different illnesses. Non-contagious. I can't take you if you're contagious. But non-contagious illnesses such as diabetes, cancer, arthritis, and basically anything non-contagious. So why did I decide to start this business? Well, when I was in beauty school, I went to school for nails, and I noticed that in beauty school they taught us a lot about how to give services to people who are healthy. And they taught us a little bit about how to give services to people who are not healthy, but they didn't teach us very much. And it just left me wondering, is there more that I need to learn to take care of my clients? Because I want to make sure that my clients get the best possible service. And so I took an extra class outside of beauty school that helped me learn how to give safe services to people who have chronic illnesses. I learned so much. I gained 2 different certifications. I gained the Advanced Nail Technician certification, which taught me safe practices, safe techniques when giving a service. And I earned the Safe Salon certification, which taught me disinfection procedures that go beyond what's required at the state level. And both of those I earned through Nail Care Academy. They are also offered by MediNail. So either one is fine. Whatever, if you're interested, you can go to their websites. They're both great. So what I learned in those classes, I'll start with the safe techniques. So when someone comes in to get a service, what I do is I have them fill out a health questionnaire. It's a document that records what types of non-contagious illnesses they currently have: diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, if they're on blood thinners, any types of thing like that. There's a lot. And it also records their allergies so that I know if this person is allergic to cherries, I probably should not use the cherry foot scrub on them. And it asks them a few other things, and part of the document I sign saying that I will not share their medical information with anyone they don't give me permission to. So there's confidentiality on my part. And I take notes on the health of their skin as well. I look at their hands or feet, depending on which service they're getting, and I take notes on if there's spots that could become cancerous in the future, if there's discoloring, if there's peeling skin, if there's extremely dry skin, how are their calluses, are their nails hard and brittle, or are they healthy? I take all kinds of notes. And if there's anything that I'm not qualified to take care of, such as a fungus, any kind of infection, or perhaps a break. Sometimes people will break their toes and not realize it because they have neuropathy. Then I will refer them to a doctor. I don't handle those types of things. And next, if everything is good, if they're well enough to receive a service, I do toe flossing, which is you take a piece of cloth and you spray it with alcohol and you rub it in between their toes. And that helps to clean areas that are very hard to reach and don't normally get clean during regular showering. I also do in between the fingers for a manicure, which helps clean the hands in ways that you don't normally get those spots very well when you're doing regular hand washing. And I don't do pedicures with foot soaks for people who are at risk or have some kind of chronic illness. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is because water dries out the skin, and a lot of these people already have dry skin. And 2 is because bacteria breeds in warm water. And a healthy person can fight off that bacteria, but anyone with a weakened immune system are going to have a hard time fighting off that bacteria. So I don't do water soaks for them. Just a few more things I learned. You push the cuticles back instead of cutting them. Cutting cuticles is something they do at almost every salon worldwide. And it's not safe for people who have a weak immune system because it makes the nail more vulnerable to an infection even if it doesn't cause bleeding. So I just push the cuticles back. Also, I file the nails instead of cutting them because it's easier for me to see when I'm filing if I'm getting close to the nail bed, which it would be the bleeding point. Whereas if you're cutting, you might get too close to it and you can't put that nail back after you've cut it off. So I prefer filing instead of cutting. And just a couple more things. I do a very, very gentle massage for people who have stiff joints or achy joints, any kind of pain. And I also clean under the nail with a cotton swab instead of a sharp object. They taught me to clean under the nail with a sharp tool in beauty school, and I always hated doing that because I always felt like I was going too far and going to make them bleed. So I use a cotton swab instead. So the second certification, the Safe Salon certification, I earned because I learned these disinfection procedures. So in between each service, all surfaces are disinfected with a hospital-grade disinfectant, and that includes the chairs, the table, my apron, the footrest, anything that they touched that can't be thrown away or sanitized. That gets disinfected with a hospital-grade disinfectant. And the client's skin is also sanitized with alcohol, just regular rubbing alcohol before and after each service, which helps prevent infections. And all of the tools that I use are disposable. I don't use any metal tools, anything that can be reused. I don't use that at this time. I only use disposable tools, and I throw them away in front of the client so they know when they come in they're getting a clean tool, and they know the next person is going to be getting a clean tool as well. So that was a lot of information. Thank you for sitting with me here. So where do people with health conditions normally go for their foot care? A lot of them go to regular salons, which can put them at risk. And the ones who don't go to salons oftentimes go to podiatrists. And podiatrists are great. They're wonderful for taking care of serious foot problems. They charge a lot for basic things such as nail clippings. A lot of people with diabetes just go to their podiatrist once a month to get their toenails clipped. And they can pay, some podiatrists charge a lot for that, even though it's just a basic clipping. And Medicare does pay for foot care in certain circumstances, but if you're not in that specific circumstance, then you have to pay for that out of pocket, and it can get very expensive. So what I provide is a safe place for them to get routine foot care, and I don't just do nail trimming. I do massage, and I do toenail painting. I make sure they have nice warm lotion and all the extra stuff that a podiatrist won't do, and I don't charge as much as many podiatrists. So how am I going to reach people in need of safe foot care? Well, I've tried going to retirement communities and setting up referral relationships with them, but most of the time they already have a nail technician working in their salon, so they don't want to take business away from that person. So instead, I've been relying on ads in social media such as Facebook and Yelp, YouTube, and I've looked into giving presentations at health fairs. I don't know if I'll be able to do that yet, but I would like to. And currently, all of my business comes from word of mouth. People recommend me to their friends or someone they know who has a chronic illness that would be at risk at a regular salon. So what resources does my business need? Mainly I need customers. I don't get a whole lot of customers right now. I'm not really getting enough to stay in business right now, so it's a bit of a struggle, and I really need more people to be aware of my services and what I can do so that I can stay in business, because I really love providing this service. Eventually, I would like to get an autoclave so that I can have metal tools, and that would help in adding a few different services such as nail art or nail extensions. So I'm saving up to get an autoclave, but even a small autoclave is about $1,000, so it'll take a while to save up for that. So what is the future for my business? Well, my goal is to be fully booked by summer of 2019. It's a very lofty goal. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm certainly going to try. And right now I provide manicures and pedicures, but eventually I'd like to add on some services such as nail extensions, different nail art. I'm looking for a safe product for nail extensions because most of the products out there weaken the nails. I'm looking for a product that strengthens the nails instead. And And let's see, in the meantime, I'm just happy to do what I can with what I have. I love to provide it. I love helping people feel safe and giving them a service that a lot of people really need. It's a lot of fun. So here's just some contact information. Here's my website. This is where I'm located in Huntington Beach. These are the hours I'm open. Here's the number you call for an appointment. And these two websites at the bottom are websites that list salons that have a Safe Salon certification. And you can go on these websites and find a safe salon in your area if you're not located in my area. If you are, great, I'd love to see you. But if not, you can use these two websites to find a place that is safe in your area. All right, thank you very much.